Black Ops 7 is the most controversial Call of Duty to come out in the 2020s. But honestly, I don't think it is that bad of a game. Actually, I think it does have a lot of redeeming aspects. First and foremost, I'm just going to start off with the campaign. Now, Call of Duty has this interesting relationship with campaigns. If the campaign is good in a bad Call of Duty, like Infinite Warfare was the most hated on Call of Duty of all time, but it had a good campaign. So whenever people dunk on Infinite Warfare, the campaign is never mentioned because it's actually good. Actually, really the only criticisms Infinite Warfare gets is the multiplayer and the setting. No one ever talks about the campaign when they're talking about how bad of Call of Duty it is. They never talk about the zombies either. Then you look at a game like Black Ops 3, which debatably has the worst campaign of the series, but many people regard Black Ops 3 as the best Call of Duty of all time. If you ask a lot of people, it at least ranks in the top 5. But whenever they talk about Black Ops 3, they never mention the campaign because it's a bad campaign. They only mention the multiplayer and the zombies. Then you look at Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 was received poorly before it even came out, similarly to Infinite Warfare. Black Ops 7 has a bad campaign, so what do people talk about when they talk negatively about Black Ops 7? They only talk about the campaign, because the multiplayer and zombies are actually pretty solid. That's just the cycle with Call of Duty campaigns. Ultimately, I don't think the campaign in a Call of Duty really matters that much. I feel like it's just kind of there. You don't really care about it. You really only play multiplayer and zombies. I know very few people who only play the Call of Duty campaigns over like the multiplayer or the zombies. But starting off with Black Ops 7, we will talk about the campaign. Now, I'm going to be honest, I haven't touched the campaign and I have no interest in touching the campaign, so I cannot fairly rate it. But I can rate it on what I've heard and why I will not be playing it. For starters, the last time I played a Call of Duty campaign was during Cold War. I just cannot be bothered to play a Call of Duty campaign. I tried 6, even though I really like Cold War. I never really got into 6. I maybe played like a mission before I just hopped on multiplayer and camo grind. Seeing all the endgame content in the campaign does make me interested to play it, but the problem is I have to play through the campaign. I am glad that they are trying to do different things to try to add the longevity of these games, like camos for campaign, which is also huge in my opinion. I think that's a really good thing. And then endgame content in general. I don't necessarily know what it is, but I'm glad they are trying something different and adding more content. I will never diss someone for adding in more quality content, or at least content to do. But my big problem comes with it being online only. The campaign should never be online only. That's a problem that Call of Duty has had for a long time, just making zombies online only and now campaign online only. And the problem with the campaign is that if you're halfway into a mission or 3-4 is done with it and you get kicked off your internet for whatever reason, you have to start that mission all the way over. I am not doing that. I am not risking that. I'd rather just not play the campaign at all and skip the endgame content, because that would be absolutely miserable. And the story is just lame. It's stupid. I've seen it. I get what they were trying to do, and I don't have a problem with the boss fights. I feel like Call of Duty does need more boss fights in a sense, but the way they just execute in this is just so stupid. I do not like the hallucinogens. I don't like the mind control thing. I didn't like this stuff in Black Ops 2. I never liked this mind control stuff. So it's not just like a Black Ops 7 thing. It is almost everything. I think Cold War did the best job of executing mind control, but it's just the topic so overly done in the Black Ops series, and they just have to move on from it at this point. The campaign, for me, is getting an online only out of 10. I didn't play it. I never intend to play a Call of Duty campaign longer than the day it comes out, if I play it at all. Now, let's move on to the multiplayer, and the multiplayer I think is a step up from last year, and I didn't mind the Black Ops 6 multiplayer last year, so I think the multiplayer this year is pretty fun. The guns feel nice, the score streaks feel nice, and I think the maps this year are a step above from what they have been in both Cold War and Black Ops 6. I think these are some of the best maps we've gotten in a while. Is it because they're Black Ops 2 maps? Maybe, but they're still nice maps. The camos don't take as many headshots, which is nice if you camo grind. There's a lot of grinding to do in this game. You have camos for campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. That is 4 sets of camo. There's the most to do in this Call of Duty than any other Call of Duty because of how many camos you have to grind. And if you're a camo grinder, that's great. The content is there for you, and you'll get your money's worth for the game. Now, they did add wall running, and it just feels like a pure gimmick. Like, wall running almost adds nothing to it because you don't have a double jump boost. You could only run on the wall for like a second or two, and it just feels weird. It feels clunky. I appreciate the attempt at trying to do something different, but it feels like it doesn't belong. It feels like whenever it's in a map, it is forced to be there. It does not feel natural. And you'll see an area of a map where you have to wall run, and you'll forget how to wall run and how it works in this game, and you'll just end up killing yourself. The multiplayer is solid. I really have no complaints about it. My complaints more so aren't the gameplay wise. Gameplay wise, the multiplayer is fun. The problem is outside the multiplayer and into the progression, which isn't the camo grinding. It's the other progression. Battle passes are back, store bundles are back, Black Cell is back. I do not like Black Cell. It's $25 battle pass, and it's essentially completely different items. It's all the better items inside the Black Cell, and it's $25, which is completely ridiculous. Because then it's $125 for all the Black Cell season passes. Black Cell Battle Pass is my fault in a game that's already still $70. It just does not belong inside of this game. And an even bigger problem of this game is there is no progression from Black Ops 6. Now typically this wouldn't be a problem, except we reuse 4 of the operators and they pick and choose what skins they want to carry over. For example, with Maya, we get her Easter egg skin from Terminus, but we do not get her progression skin from Prestige 7. That makes absolutely no sense on why they chose one over the other. They're both earnable. We both don't spend money on them directly, but only one of them gets carried over. And you want to look at the bigger picture, none of their store skins transferred for any of these characters. So we don't get her Squid Game outfit, we don't get any of her outfits, which sucks because she has no outfits in this game besides an Easter egg skin. She doesn't have any store bundle outfits yet, and it is halfway into season 1. Like, Treyarch, I am begging you for me to spend my money on skins for her, and there's no skins on the shop. This is just a frustrating part of Call of Duty in general, where they won't release skin operators or operators for skins until like season 2 or 3, when the game is already halfway or beyond its halfway of its life cycle. Like, come on, you could have at least transferred over the skins for those 4 operators. It's annoying, it's unnecessary, and it's frustrating. One thing I want to address that I see a common criticism of this game is it's an AI generated game. That's just not true anywhere. Someone send me some article, some proof that this game is AI generated, that the campaign is AI generated, because it's nowhere. The AI generation in this game is all calling cards, which it should not be calling cards. The AI generation should not exist at all, but people are getting this twisted up and mixed, and they're just trying to dog on the game even more when it's not true. People make bad stories. People make bad campaigns. And 5 years ago, if you were to make a bad campaign or a bad story, it was all the developer's fault. But now it's AI generation. Oh, this is AI generated. You see it everywhere in every piece of media that is bad, that it is AI generated. And it is so frustrating because people are acting like normal people don't make mistakes and only AI makes mistakes. It's so stupid. It's such a stupid argument, and it's something we'll just continue to see more and more of. I am not for AI generated content, but when you're criticizing something, at least be accurate about it. Have the facts about it. Don't just take a headline and roll with it. If someone has an article having proof that the campaign is AI generated, please send it to me. Please link it down in the comments. Make me eat my own words. Now, finally, for the final segment, the zombies. The zombies this year is the best zombies that we've gotten in a long time. They've actually been listening to us and our criticisms and complaints from the past 2 zombies experiences, and they made them better. They made the game better. The main quests are harder. Like, they're actually challenging now. People's biggest complaints were that these quests are too easy. Drewski completed the Terminus or the Liberty Falls Easter egg in 45 minutes. So they did make them harder. There is a fine line between making them too hard and having them be like a fair challenge, and I think that's what they're trying to juggle between right now. But honestly, I'm all for making Easter eggs harder. I mean, me personally, I never do them. I can't really be bothered to do zombies. I'm just a casual zombies player. I'll hop on, play 20 or so rounds exfil, and that'll be my time. But I like watching Easter egg hunts live. It's fun to see people race for the first or Easter eggs, and harder challenges make it more interesting. And for the people that do want to do the Easter eggs and are kind of intimidated, there is still a directed mode, which I think is really nice to have, along with a survival mode and a cursed mode. So there's 4 different modes you can play in Black Ops 7 in just the standard zombies format. You also have the Dead Ops Arcade 4, which I don't care about Dead Ops. Curse mode, I think, is also a really great addition. It does bring back the classic point system, but things cost more, so I feel like that's kind of dumb. The cost should be the same. The whole point of Curse, though, I think, is for a more classic experience, and you could add on challenges, finding relics, which is a whole other thing you could do and explore in the zombies. There's a lot to do in the zombies mode. Survival mode is something we've been asking for since Cold War. We thought we were going to get it with Cold War and D Machine, right? right? We thought it was going to be like they're going to cut off part of the map and just make it a survival map. They never did that. They never did anything with Black Ops 6, but they finally did it in Black Ops 7 where they just cut off portions of the small maps and make them put all the perks in there, all the pack-a-punches, get all the essentials you need, and you just play rounds on there. Simple. You don't have to do any setup. Just get straight into the gameplay, and I love that. I wish they would have done it sooner, but we finally got it. They finally listened. Finally, one of the last things I want to kind of praise about this game is the interactions between the characters. There's actually interactions here. There's actually personality. Richtofen is not a good guy, and I love that. I love that Richtofen isn't this cookie cutter, like, oh, I'm supposed to be evil, but I'm not really evil. No, he's actually like a full-on bad person, and his interactions tell that. And there's actually, like, in dialogue, you could tell what's going on in the story. Like, there's something between Tank and Maya. I love that all the 8 characters interact with each other. It's nice to see. We didn't really see any chemistry in Black Ops 6, at least none that I've noticed, but in Black Ops 7, there's chemistry between these characters, and they're actually talking, unlike what we've had with Black Ops 6. Overall, the zombies is really fun. There's a lot to do, and it's a strong improvement from the previous few years. My overall opinions about Black Ops 7 is that it is a fun game. Don't let people online that just all share the same mentality, that just follow the mob, dictate if you get this game or play this game or not. It's on Game Pass, so the game sales are not going to be strong because it's on Game Pass. This is literally with any other game title. So it's not fair to judge game sales when the game's on Game Pass. That's just how Game Pass works. I mean, you could argue with me all you want about it, but we will never see the true sales of this game because of Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, give it a shot. If you don't have Game Pass and you just want to play Call of Duty, I mean, it feels like any other Call of Duty in the last 5 years, really, gameplay-wise. If you only play the campaign, I probably would skip it. But if you have Game Pass, you might as well install it. Might as well see what's up. If you don't have Game Pass and have to actually buy it, it is skippable. If you like zombies, I'd probably get the game. But, I mean, overall, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. It's an okay game. It's not as bad as people are making it out to be, but it's also not the best Call of Duty I've ever played. It's average. It's almost like any other Call of Duty, which is just average. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys enjoy Black Ops 7. If you hate Black Ops 7, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next